I used to think leadership meant touching everything. Every email, every calendar detail, every decision. If it touched my business, it had to touch me. It sounded like leadership until I burnt out. Until I realized I was losing vision and even losing good people because I was too buried in the weeds to lead them. What I needed wasn't more updates. I needed someone I could trust to protect my time, my attention, and my energy. What I needed was an executive assistant. Enter Cameron. She doesn't just manage logistics, she manages access. And because I trust her to protect the things that matter most, I'm finally back where I belong, in the driver's seat. Not juggling, not reacting, leading. Before Cameron, I was carrying it all. The calendar, the inbox, the constant decisions, and the mental load of both business and my family life. It looked like leadership, but really, it was exhaustion wearing a blazer. But now, she carries the center. She filters, protects, and prepares so I can focus on what actually drives the business forward and still have the energy left for the people who matter most to me. In this video, I'll walk you through exactly how I work with my executive assistant. These are the exact systems we use to stay aligned as a remote team, the rules we follow, and the shifts that turned this simple support into real freedom. Let's review 3 categories. 1, how you work with your assistant. 2, what work your assistant does for you. And 3, how you keep advancing the relationship to find the freedom and peace you seek. So up first, how do you work with your assistant? It starts with connection and communication guidelines. You've got to set these things up at the front. What it looks like for me and the things I recommend to many leaders like you, start with a Monday morning routine. I have my one-on-one with Cameron every single Monday morning. It's the first and most important meeting I have every single week because it sets the tone for the entire week. She brings me the agenda. She brings me the obstacles and roadblocks that are ahead that she needs me to clear so she can keep driving things forward for me. I don't want to be a roadblock. She has answers she needs from me. She needs me to help her prioritize the things that she's doing, and then she can go ahead of me because that to me is success. So we set our Monday morning up with those things. Then we also have a midweek update. So middle of the week, usually end of day Wednesday, she will update me via Slack or email and let me know all the things that she's accomplished for the week. She will also give me some questions or things that she's stumbling upon that she might need clarity or guidance on how she complete them for the week. And she will also tee up the things that she's still working on that are in progress or the things that are on deck next. So I'm fully aware she has them, she's working on them, she just hasn't gotten to them yet. And last but not least, Friday recaps. This is the peace of mind we all need going into the weekend. In the Friday recap, she is summarizing everything that has been accomplished in the week, the decisions that she's made, the preparation she's done for the week ahead, the tasks she's accomplished on my behalf on the week behind, and all the things that we are accomplishing. So it very clearly gives me the peace of mind of what has got done that week we can both settle into. In addition to those updates, we have daily communication and we use Slack, or sometimes it can be email or text, but these daily communications are really for clarity and progress because my goal is to remove all obstacles and roadblocks for her. Your assistant can only be as effective as you are in removing obstacles from their work. So many times I have heard from our clients or our executive assistants that the work gets delayed or something is held up. The truth is, sometimes the holdup is us, the leader. We have not given the information. We have not removed an obstacle. We have not given permission for an executive assistant to make a decision on our behalf. We have not provided clarity for them. And maybe they're waiting for something you need to give them. And so it is one of my goals when I first started working with an assistant was, may I never be the person my assistant is waiting. May I never be the holdup. May she have everything she needs quickly so she can move fast to continue to blaze the trail ahead of me. Next, let's talk about what work my assistant does for me. These answer the questions I most frequently get. What tasks should my executive assistant do for me? Well, there's the core tasks that everybody knows, the core administrative tasks that are the most important things that we always recommend when you're starting with an assistant. For me, it's email triage and inbox management, calendar and meeting coordination, meeting preparation and meeting follow-up, as well as travel planning, board meeting planning, so on and so on and so on. Those are the core things that every executive assistant can do for you. One of the ones I mentioned was meeting follow-up. This has been a big one for me. This is one that took me a few years to really uncover and decide that I needed. I was in a season where I was doing a great job delegating. My executive assistant was doing great work for me. She was completely managing my calendar, completely managing my email, prepping agendas for every single meeting. But the activations that came out of the meeting, there were so many things we were deciding on as a leadership team, so many decisions we were making, so many tasks that were coming out of those meetings that wrangling all that meeting activation was hard. And so she did a great job at putting it all on a tracker for me, for the entire team to see, so we can really manage the tasking of the meeting. But what was happening is the monkey, the person who had to follow up on those tasks actually getting done, was me. It was my meeting. There were my meeting notes. It was technically my follow-up. And I wanted to let that one last thing go. I was sick of having the follow-up monkey on my back. So one of the things that we tried 2 years ago that has been life-changing is having my executive assistant actually be the one that tracks, activates, closes loops, and follows up with anybody who has a task that's not me. She makes sure nothing slips between the cracks. Anybody that has a task out of a meeting is getting the task done, and she reports back and updates me in those updates that we talked about. That midweek Wednesday update, that Friday recap. I'm very well aware not only of the work she's doing for me, but how the team is accomplishing the things that they needed to accomplish throughout the week. It's been amazing. On top of those things, she actually supports me personally with travel, appointments, and household logistics. She helps me make doctor's appointments, dentist appointments. She helps me with scheduled maintenance appointments. She helps me with gifting. There are so many things from a personal standpoint that she helps me with. This is an area that I've had so many people ask me, is it appropriate to leverage my executive assistant to do personal tasks? And the truth is 1000%. The way I view it is your executive assistant is here to help free you and serve you as a complete human. So whatever that means. For me, Cameron is here to free me from stress, give me peace of mind, and keep me on task to be the most successful CEO I can be. And sometimes that means she steps in and helps with personal appointments, because self-care is also really important to being a healthy, functioning CEO for the organization. So the personal work she does for me is equally as important as the professional things that she does for me. And lastly, how do you keep advancing the relationship to find the freedom and peace you seek? Freedom comes when they see the things around the corner you hadn't even considered yet. It's the, hey, you have a board meeting next week. Do you need me to help prepare for that? Do you need me to start the presentation? Do you need me to pull numbers? Do you need me to schedule a preparation time block for you? She's seeing around the corner. It starts with your assistant maybe being 1 week ahead of you. I see you have a revenue team meeting next Tuesday. I'll prepare an agenda and work with the team to confirm attendees. What else do you need for this meeting? It's then them seeing a month ahead of you. You have a board meeting next month. So I made presentation copies for data loading, I booked your travel, and I communicated the need to the team. Then they eventually get to the place where they can be 90 days ahead of you. We have an in-person leadership team meeting, and I started a mock agenda. What is your vision for this time? And then she and I will get on a call and we will talk about what my goal is for the in-person leadership team meeting. Are we casting vision? How long? Are we doing professional development? What do we want to work? What do we want to prepare for professional development for our leaders? Are we talking about strategy? Do we need each leader to prepare strategy for their individual sections of the business? Do we want to do team building? What type of activities do we want to include? All of that stuff she can prepare 90 plus days advance, and she sees ahead and can clear the decks for you. She even will step ahead and say, hey, I noticed you have PTO in 60 days from now. I cleared your calendar. I rescheduled your appointments. I booked your rental car. Your airfare's taken care of. What hotel would you like to stay at? By the way, here are 3 hotels I've considered for you. And I sometimes even get the, hey, do you need a pet sitter for Roxy, or is she joining you on this trip? When you unlock real freedom, they are looking at a rolling 12 months in your world for you. That's what Cameron's doing for me now. She's actually looking a year ahead with me. If your day still rises and falls on what's in your inbox, or if your calendar feels like a never-ending list of other people's priorities, You don't need to hustle harder. You need to hire an assistant. You need help you can trust. Start with our Delegate to Elevate guide. It'll show you what to offload, how to find the right person, and how to build a relationship that actually buys your time back. The link's in the description. And if you're ready to stop juggling everything yourself, this is your next step.